guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Pashvika, the channel where we talk about the female motivation, female styles, menstrual cycle, a lot more. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to actually avoid procrastination habit because there are so many people who have the habit of the procrastination and they are looking forward to get some help to actually deal with that. So I'm going to be sharing some of the tips that really help me to avoid procrastination in my own life. Now this could be related to the female as well, male as well, anyone who is dealing with the habits of procrastination. It will going to help you. So let's dive in. Before we go, consider clicking the like button, guys. I do really appreciate that. If you want more such video, consider subscribing, hit the bell icon. There could be so many ways in which you can deal with the procrastination, but I think I'm gonna be sharing some of the ways that really help me, because if you actually Google or find any YouTube videos talking about the procrastination, they could be sharing some other tips and strategies that work for them. So again, it depends. Some of the strategies may be helpful to you, some of them may not be, but let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's talk about the fourth strategy that I have for you is to give your brain rewards. Yes, our brain love rewards. Yes, we need to give them a rewards. I'm not a reward system over here, but I'm talking about when you are finishing up your task, you can actually give your brain a rewards. And what kind of things you can give a brain reward, in what sense? I mean, maybe you can give yourself a treat. Maybe you can give yourself a healthy break, or maybe you can give yourself a hot bath, or whatever it is that looks like for you, which gives you more happiness, more enjoyment, which makes you feel more relaxed, more peace. That is kind of like a reward for the brain. Or maybe you can do something more exciting that can increase your dopamine release in your brain. So do the things that actually give you reward, that gives your brain reward, and in that way the brain will going to push you when you're trying to do some new tasks. It will going to tell you, hey, do this particular thing on time, you're gonna get reward. Do this thing particular on time, you're gonna get reward. So this is kind of like a cycle that will going to work for you to avoid being procrastination. Now it may sound counterintuitive or weird, but yeah, it does work. Instead of your brain controlling you, you can control your brain in this way. You can hack your brain and you can work it according to it, because brain love chunks as well, brain love rewards as well. And when we are giving them the rewards after finishing up a task on time, then it will going to give the brain a reward and finishing up your task on time, because your brain wants rewards if you're finishing another task on time. So that's a really great thing which you can incorporate it. The second tip that I have for you is asking yourself a right question. Now, you can ask yourself, like, while you're sitting on a desk and procrastinating about some particular thing, you feel, or I'm gonna do it tomorrow, maybe next week, maybe next month, that's not really important. At that time, you can ask yourself the right question. What are the things that I need to do right now, instead of procrastinating in bed or procrastinating on my desk? What are the things that I need to do right now? Asking yourself the right question, eventually get the right answers from within you. What are these things that you have to do right now, instead of actually procrastination? So rather than creating a habit of procrastination, you can actually ask the right question. And the moment you ask the right question, the brain will give you the right answer, and it will going to pop up or highlight that thing that you need to do. And once you get that thing, immediately start taking action. Maybe it could be preparing a meal. Maybe it could be drinking the water, because you are not able to drink water on a daily basis because of the procrastination, because you don't feel like waking up from your bed and going to the kitchen and grabbing a glass of water. So that is the thing you're procrastinating. So it depends what type of things that you're procrastinating, but asking the right question to yourself at the right moment, you can get the right answer, and thereby taking an action towards that right answer will going to avoid the habit of procrastination. Now, all the tips that I'm sharing in this video will going to take some time to get the results, because I'm not sharing you the quick tips or quick habits that you're gonna incorporate on overnight and you're gonna avoid your habit of procrastinating or something like that. No, it will definitely going to take some time, but you can very well incorporate these things, these tips in your life, and can see a significant changes, because it does really help me to change the things as well when I'm actually doing these things in my life. Maybe it would be helpful to you, may not be. But with that being said, let's move on towards a third tip, that is the hack your brain. Of course, I talk a little bit about hacking the brain in the fourth step, but here I'm talking about actually you taking control of your brain instead your brain taking control over here. You have to see what's going inside your brain, what are the activities are going. just do it in the form of a journaling. I practically do a journaling a lot. It does really help to figure out the things, to clarify the confusion, to clarifying the doubts, and actually taking action for a particular thing. Because when you're a procrastinator, might be you're having some kind of a confusion related to that particular thing, so that's why you're procrastination. Or maybe you are having some kind of a doubt, so that's why you're procrastination. So you can very well ask yourself the right question in that particular thing. Hey, why am I procrastination? What's that? And you can ask the right question and journal it down, and you can hack the brain by that. Because once you have everything onto a piece of paper, it's so easy to control the things. It's so easy to actually figure it out what you need to do the first and which things you can do on the later on as well. So it's better to journal it out, and that is a great way to hack your brain, because you would be able to know what's going inside your brain and what are the things that you need to focus on and what are the things that you can avoid, and you can delete it. Of course, we can't delete the memories, but you can actually avoid thinking about them instead of replacing them with something that you have to think about. I mean, whatever way in which you can do this particular thing. The strategy is reverse counting. You might have heard about the 5-second rule by the Mel Robbins. If the 5-second rule doesn't work for you, you can have a 10-second rule. You can count from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like, you can count back from 10 towards the 1, and the moment you reach to the 1, start taking an action towards that particular thing. This is a great way to avoid procrastination habit, because I've seen many people procrastinating a lot until they actually read their deadline, and then they're like, oh, I have reached the deadline, and then they are going nuts and actually figuring out the thing. So you can actually reverse the counting from 10 to 1, and moment you reach to the 1, start taking an action. Because if you reach to the 1 and you sit there and wait, your brain will going to come and intervene in your thoughts and will going to stop you in taking an action. So the moment you reach to the 1, from 10 to 1, start taking an action towards that particular thing. It will really going to help you. Let's move on to the last tip that I have for you for this particular video, is to break it down. Yes, brain love chunks. Brain love chunks. Brain love chunks. Yes. You have to break your bigger task, your bigger goal, your bigger dream, your bigger action step into small baby action steps or baby goals. Because if you are giving your brain a lot of bigger tasks to done, you will naturally going to procrastinate, because it takes a lot of the time, energy, and the things to get that thing done. So break that bigger thing into the smaller things on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis, and then get that things done. Because it's one of the reasons you are procrastinating is because you see that that thing is too big for you to actually do right now. You think that it will going to take a lot of the time, a lot of the energy, and you don't feel ready. So you have to break that thing into small chunks and do on a daily basis, and then give yourself a reward once you finish one small chapter of that chunk. Give yourself a reward, maybe a treat, maybe a good bath, maybe enjoy yourself or dance yourself, take yourself out, have a good clothing, have a new clothing, whatever it is, and divide that big goals into small chunks to actually finish up on your time. Hopefully these tips will going to help you dealing with the habit of procrastination. Of course, it will naturally going to take some time to get the results, because it doesn't happen overnight. The things doesn't happen overnight, it's the truth, and all the tips will going to take some time. Well, let me know your own tips if you have a one on dealing with the procrastination, because procrastination is a global habit. Yes, it's a global habit, and there are a hell lot of the people who are going to help you to procrastinate with you, because they are also procrastinating like you. And since the time is a limited resource, we can't buy the time. Unfortunately, we have a limited time. So we have to finish up the things on time to get the results which we want. So we have to deal with the habit of procrastination. So hopefully this video will going to help you with that. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna see you in the next week, the next video. Till then, take care. Bye guys.